Share. Sharing is caring. Good evening, y'all. Hello, hello. Who all? What's happening? Hey, Grayson, if you're on here, let me know if I'm lagging at all, please. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Oh, what a fun day. Finally got the big beast back. So, Jared's having some connections issue. Yeah, I figure I might be lagging a little bit. And that's okay, I can always come closer. There we go. Yeah. When I get closer to this bay door, I don't lag as much. I prefer dual fuel, honestly. I like the fact that I can use a heat pump when it's not as cold out, and then gas furnace when it's colder, or we can go with the old school oil. That's the oil. This is the oil section of the shop here. That's the gas section. That's the heat pump section. We're actually having class tonight. 2 classes in here. We have the first and third years in here tonight. My guys are going to be taking those furnaces I have over there and pulling out the heat exchangers. So, yeah, they're going to be having some fun tonight. And the first year guys are going to be doing some brazing. So, yeah, got the brand new truck, was in the shop for about 3 weeks worth because of an electrical short from the factory. Fun time. So, I'm going to start in about 3 more minutes, guys. Waiting for the 5:15 time frame to start. So, if you want to see what's going on, stick around. Let's see here. Sorry. This is for non-spam. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Favorite brand of furnace? I'm a Trane man personally, honestly. I can't tell you, but I did like York's 90 plus modulating when they first came out. So right now I'm not much of a York fan with all the restrictions and guidelines we have to go through for Johnson Controls. They're the ones who are really killing us on warranty stuff. So this right here in front of us is an ICP. It's a Comfort Maker. They've donated a bunch of furnaces for us to school, so this is where we're at. And they knew it coming for, to get destroyed. But the day school program has quite a bit of other things they work on in here. They're working on fixing up these for the refrigeration for the kitchen staff. So I send them to one of the other schools that needs one to replace that's broken down. All right, good. So we still got 56 I don't mind ICP because ICP is basically a generic carrier. If you think about it. If you look at it, it's all the same parts as a carrier. So, all right. So for the 58 people we have, and I hope more show up, but gas furnaces. We're going to discuss the sequence of operations and the safeties of them. Now, this one has been pulled apart for training purposes, but I actually have had students and myself go through and cut this bad boy up. So the first part is we have our control board. That's our brain. The thermostat tells it what to do. First thing it says when you have a call for heat, our inducer motor. Now, as you can see, here's our inducer motor. It is plastic. That's because this is a 90 plus furnace and it is condensating. So you want a plastic wheel. This is for draining. Usually this is more of a horizontal, so this is coming out that versus the angle, straight versus the angle it is. We call this here, down by me, the witch's hat because it's what it looks like on the inside. Someone popped that piece back in place. Give me a second, technical difficulties. Looks like it's not going to come out. I don't have a screwdriver on me. So this is the witch's hat. I'll show you inside of it. It just basically collects, the PVC pipe goes on the outside of that inner ring, and it catches the condensate because this can either vent out here or vent out the top. So you have a top venting hole, side venting hole. This is your collector box. So I cut this open so you can see that's your transfer section there. This collector box is gapped all the way up as well for depending on the angle you are setting this furnace, because you can go horizontal as well. Downflow horizontal right, upflow horizontal left. Bring on my igniter, which is here. Once the igniter glows cherry red, and I'll show you an operational one over there. It glows red, gas valve opens up, shoots flame across, and yes, this is in the wrong spot. This should be over here. Like I said, it's been torn apart. I wasn't going to put this back together. This is just a demonstration. Flame sensors up here, which is showing you right here. That's your flame sensor. That senses the flame to confirm you have refraction happening on the gas flame to make sure that it's working properly. Once that signals, 16-pin blower motor. This was the best of the best back then. So, operation-wise, gas comes in here. This is our manifold. This is our spud. Now, everyone calls it an orifice, but the actual factory name is, this is the spud. This is what screws into your gas manifold. The orifice is the actually small opening, so I don't know if I can get a good view, but that hole is this is what screws into your gas manifold. The orifice is the actually small opening, so I don't know if I can get a good view, but that hole is the orifice. It in turn comes down through there, and it travels here, goes through your line, into your trap and out. These traps will stop up, so you do need to clean these traps out all the time. And this, thank you. Go closer to the door. That better, Grayson? I'm gonna make sure I'm not lagging, but so much on this, because the school's Wi-Fi does not allow me to get on here. So we'll go back here. This trap will stop up. Make sure you blow it out. Now, I have taken my Sawzall last night and cut apart the heat exchanger for you. So this is what we call, other places might call it differently, but we call this a clamshell because it is two flat pieces of metal stamped together like a clamshell. Now the biggest deal with this style heat exchanger here is this right here. I call them the rivets. Other people call them rings. You call them whatever you want. But this is the weak point of these heat exchangers. And what I mean is, you can see right here, this out the backside comes up through here and folds over and catches over here. This right here will crack along this seam. They will all crack, and this side of the ring will pop off. This is what once that happens, this heat exchanger is 100% cracked. You'll find now, if you have a standard 80% furnace, they will fall into your blower wheel. And if you have a 90% furnace, they will sit on top of your secondary heat exchanger. If it's small enough, it could possibly fall down in between the cracks and into your blower wheel if it lands right. But these will crack. So you can see the tube sizing gets smaller as it goes to keep it warm. But yeah, these styles will crack. I have seen these right here come apart. If you have a tube, like a exhaust tube style heat exchanger, that's gonna be an 80% furnace or 90%. Those will break. If this is my entering side here, those will crack along this back side right here of that tube. So it looks like a regular exhaust tube. That's where these will crack. So you need to be able to see the back side of those. Having a bore scope is really helpful, but you can see the other side. This is nice and smooth. There are no bumps because this is the other side. But you can see this side, no rivet. This side is rivet. So all manufacturers of gas furnaces have their own individual safeties. All of them have rollout limits. All of them have high limits. Some will have blower limits. Some don't. Every manufacturer has a door switch, depending on how nice and easy it is. Some inducer motors have capacitors. Some don't. Some gas valves are two-stage like this, high-low. Some are not. Now this one is still set up for natural gas because there is no propane kit on here. If you have to do this for propane, pull your manifold off, change your spud out for the proper one, pull this out, change your spring from natural to propane, set your pressures as well. Now, 80% of the shutoff valve with a chill to just reuse this connector for whatever motor pressure switch. This is linked in through the pressure switch, so if this is not on, that won't get send signal. Igniter's over here. Flame sensor here. There's our igniter. Rule number 1, don't be in this area when this is about to fire up. You never know where a flame ball might roll out to. There's our gas, and here's our igniter. So you can see it in the flame, kind of through there. You can see the bar going across the flame. 5 seconds in, it catches, it senses the flame. This style here puts out 87 volts. On this end, so if I go from here to ground, I get 87 volts. Blowers come on, and now I'm heating. And there's our vent pipe. And there goes my connection again. Roll back. All right. Thank you, Blake, for letting me know I was lagging again. But that is, of course, all the way over there. And I only have 2 bars of signal because of this lovely concrete building here. And opening this garage door does not make it any easier. Let's see here. flip the camera.
What are you doing?
I have a Facebook Live tonight on gas furnaces I was going to do.
Are you on live right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook.
No, it's TikTok.
Oh, hey TikTok.
That's one of our plumbing teachers, David. So, if you have questions on the gas furnaces or anything about them, please feel free to ask. I've got me for about another 10, 15 minutes, and then I've got to get ready for school tonight. My first year teacher just pulled up, so he's got to get him help set up for his brazing class tonight. Questions, ask away. Thank you for all the likes, everybody. I hope the ones who didn't know anything about gas learned a little bit of something. It is a glorious industry to take care of customers' needs to make them hot and cold when they need it. You are a savior in that aspect.
Let's go, mate.
I'll rub that thing for good luck.
And glad you made it from West Rock.
I know. Close push.
Yeah, go sign in. We'll talk in a few minutes.
Hey, Walter already got him.
At 5:30 or 5 o'clock?
5.
Okay, you're fine then, Trev. You were here at 5.
I like that. I actually still need to turn something up there real quick.
You've been here since 5.
Yeah.
So, any questions, y'all, feel free to ask. I said, what time is it? 5:30? I have about 10 minutes till I got to get off here and get set up for class tonight. Didn't plan on being here too terribly long. For 9% furnace, do you have to fill the condensate trap for fluid? No, I generally don't do that. Because it pretty much will fill it. The trap will fill up pretty quick. It does not take long for a 90+ furnace to fill up. But you do have to think about this for 90% furnaces. If your drain line is going outside and you're in an area prone for freezing, you need to put heat tape on that drain line to protect it from freezing. If not, your drain line will freeze up and water will actually, let me flip my camera back around here. That water will back up into here and not drain. So this will not drain out, and which will cause a problem because you have this pressure switch here, hose here, and you have one here. And if this starts lagging because of water being sloshed around in it, which I've seen numerous times, your switches won't close and your furnace won't light up. So what we'll do is we'll come out, we'll cut that just before the crawl space, drain the water, put heat tape on it, get it melted, and put the connection back together. Thank you, Jason. I try to do what I can and do my best with the limited time I have on things. And it's a good thing I'm not wearing anything that has writing on it because I have to mirror my image, as some of us joke around with other people. For the 56 of y'all, if you have questions on gas furnaces, please feel free to ask. Got me for another 10 minutes. I enjoy all the likes and I appreciate it. Just here to help out. Local 537 here. So I'm in Richmond, Virginia. Is that where you're from? I know we have a local chapter union here down off a courthouse, but I'm not sure what the number is. So and there's a couple more around the area. Also, for you guys who are 5 years or less in the field, if you've not gone to Facebook and gone to the HVAC Army page, you need to. The next tool giveaway is going to be quite awesome. Jared and Tin Man have been working hard on it, and I've already sent stuff up there for it. Boston pipe fitters, yeah, nice. Boston, I know y'all get hammered with some snow. Wichita, Kansas, y'all getting cold out there too. It's sad. We get an inch of snow, the whole world shuts down here. No one knows how to drive. It's stupidity on the road. It's funny. I love it. If I'm going to be cold, give me the snow. But then again, I see some of the places everyone out there lives in and works in. 9 degrees, minus 10, minus 20, cold snow. Yeah, I might be a big boy, but nah. I'll take the cold I got. Not the cold that's going to kill me. The
One that Walt's been using.
Yeah, the top box on the right.
Okay.
The chest, not the toolbox.
All right.
Or the cabin, I should say.
I got it.
Advice for new guys in the field. My advice is, depends on what you want to do in this industry. I started off as a helper on new construction. I worked my way up from helper to lead of new construction in less than 6 months. After that, I started doing installs, from installs to service, next installs and service. You've got to find a company, and I'm not ashamed of it. I bounced around a lot when I was in this first thing in this industry. I bounced like no tomorrow, but what can you do? It was back then, they're going to give you $1 more, you took it. And that's still true to this day. People will leave for $1 or $2 in this industry. Find a company, a local company. Now, there's also the big argument of the world of what's better, residential or commercial? Well, that's also to each their own as well. Me personally, I don't like climbing up a 20-foot vertical ladder and having to hoist 30 things up on a roof to go do a compressor. That's just my personal preference. Other guys, they love it. They love that compressor. They love pulling that stuff up. They love doing those things. If you're going to get in the field, you got to try all the sides of the trade. You got to try the residential. You got to try the commercial. Some guys do refrigeration only, and they love that. So my recommendation is this. Find a company that does residential and commercial. That way you get both sides of that trade. You can try your residential out, you can try your commercial out, and you can see how it goes. Hold on here, need a drink. You can try all of it out, see how it goes, and see what you like better. Installer for life, there you go. So, everyone has their own niche. The guy that does installs for us, Justin, loves doing installs. I had a guy, I came here to the day school program years ago and taught guys how to do sheet metal. And one of the guys goes, that's all I want to do. He's a 10 banger for life. That's all he wants. He loves it. Me personally, I've done installs, new construction, service, sheet metal. I can lay out sheet metal too. So we're actually talking about that today. So for my company, when the owner and the senior installer retire, I'll be the only one that's left to do sheet metal. So, want to say hi, baby boy?
Hi, baby boy. I am baby boy. How y'all doing today?
That's Trevor. He's our first year teacher for HVAC. He's also a coworker of mine. But yeah, starting in this industry, I would do that. Go with a company that does both residential and commercial. You can see which one you like and pick your niche at that point there. The second year teacher here, he loves commercial. He despises residential. Chris loves it. And he works on stuff that's, 60-ton chillers, 130-ton units where you can walk in and get sucked up in the blower. That's his baby. Me, give me that residential. I can walk up to the outdoor unit and change that compressor all day long.
Nah, give me the heavy load. Give me that heavy load. I like that commercial work.
See?
But I don't say no to any work, so.
Everyone's different. Everyone's different. He just got back from the paper mill out here in Virginia. We had some work. We had to do some warranty work and 40-ton and 30-ton units. They had to go play with that. I had to go do service calls. But hey, we all do what the company asks us to do. We all pull our weight, and we all do whatever it takes to make the job go by and have fun.
That's the biggest thing. You gotta have fun with what you do.
Oh, yeah.
What I enjoy most about it is it's a puzzle. Essentially, it's a massive puzzle. You got to figure out the problem, then you got to fix it. That's what I think is super cool about it.
So, and I love making sheet metal because I like working with my hands. And
That's a puzzle with razor blades.
oh, yeah. And sheet metal will slice you open in a heartbeat. But the nice thing about it is I never realized that I was using trig when I was doing sheet metal. You know, inverted transitions, offsets. Never realized that until my dad and my oldest brother pointed it out to me. Of course, Dad's got his master's in math. My oldest brother's got a bachelor's in biomedical engineering and master's in aerospace engineering. Here I am, a HVAC tech. What the hell happened to me, you know?
Hey, where'd it go wrong?
I got the common sense in the family I always joke about. So, all right, guys. It's about time. I enjoyed it. Thank you for showing up. I know some people couldn't make it. I will be posting this to my YouTube channel. Same name. It will be a post up there tomorrow after I get off work. So, everyone stay safe, enjoy, stay warm, stay cool, depending on your weather. And
Never forget to check voltage on the TXV.
yes, and watch out for those bypass disconnects, please. Saw quite a few of them today on my job I was at. So, all right, guys, have fun. I appreciate all the likes, and stay safe out there.